Our outreach coordinator.
That's good.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I wanted to actually come over there and meet you guys. I've been getting a lot of emails from the people of Somerville, so I wanted to maybe come over there one day and see how we can help.
That would be excellent. Yeah, we'll contact you because we'd love to have a meeting. We've worked with Lee in the past and obviously want to do that even more in the future. So.
Winter and I used to work very closely together here.
Yes.
Before she went away.
We love what
Yeah,
you
she's gone. She
Yeah.
Mama, this is our intern.
2014.
Mayor is in-house, and I'm going to introduce. Yes, indeed. I'm going to introduce our fresh start and incoming, very dynamic community affairs director to introduce Mayor Bowser to this audience. Thank you.
I think I'm gonna pop right up. How about that? How's everybody? Happy Fresh Start February. And thanks for being at the open house for our Office on African Affairs. Let's give all of our staff here a big round of applause. Give them a round of applause. And I'm just really proud that everybody came out to talk about the big job ahead of us here in the District of Columbia. And one thing that I am very proud of as a person who was born and raised here is the great diversity of our city, aren't you? Yes. And as we continue to grow, and we are a city of 660,000, and we're going to grow to be even more of that, 150,000 more over the next 25 years. It's so important that we continue to focus on making sure that everybody has a place in that wonderful diversity. So I wanted to be here with Sharon Hines and our new director. You both come up so everybody can see you. You probably have already spoken, right? You were waiting for me? Oh, good. So I actually get to introduce my appointee who will direct this office, and I'm so looking forward to his leadership. He has so much energy and fresh ideas about the diversity that is our African community. So one thing I know, Africa's a big continent, right? Yes. So we shouldn't talk about the African community like it's just one voice or one experience or one culture. And it's so so important that to me that we had a leader that can speak about the diversity of the African experience and the wonderful richness of the whole community. So that's why I'm pleased to formally introduce you to, though I know he's been busy at work for several weeks, Mamadou Samba. Give him a big round of applause. So let me say a little bit about Mamadou. He hails from Dakar, Senegal, and is definitely an adopted son of the district. He began his career right here in DC government as a Capital City Fellow. All right, Capital City Fellows, where he rotated in the office of the Chief Financial Officer, also in the Department of General Services, in the Office on African Affairs, serving the office and that he now leads. So Mamadou most recently worked as a capital budget administration analyst in the Office of the CFO, where he was primarily responsible for the formulation and execution of the district's $7 billion capital improvement plan. So Mamadou will work with Sharon Hines, who oversees the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs. And that office not only houses African affairs, I see our Latino Affairs Director here, Women's Affairs, AAPI, Religious Affairs, Returning Citizens, LGBT Affairs, but also our MOKERS operation, and that's the Mayor's Office of Community Relations. It's very important to me as a person who served nearly 8 years as a ward council member, ANC commissioner before that, and I've spent my career making communities and making government work for communities to have energetic, talented, and hardworking people. I firmly believe that I was elected last November to ensure that we had a fresh start in our government. But more than that, to ensure that we continue the wonderful growth that we've experienced in DC and make sure more people have a place in that growth. I want us to be a city where people can afford to grow old here. I want us to be a city where the schools are responsive to young people, be they from Senegal or Petworth. I want us to be a city where small businesses, be they in IT or construction or fashion or medicine or accounting, can have a fair shot working with our government, the federal government, and being really successful in the private sector. And I am very proud to be the leader of this city at this time, because I think with the right leadership and focus and commitment and accountability, that we can expand this middle class in Washington, D.C. Are you with me with that? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to need your help. And I'm going to need the Office on African Affairs to work hard. The purpose of this office is to advocate, to leverage the resources of your good ideas and talents in your networks, to make sure we're getting every bit out of every agency in DC government, and I know we can do it together. So I thank you for being with us at this open house. I hope that you're going to be with us. I call this Where the Rubber Meets the Road show. You know what that means? We're going to have 3 budget engagement forums beginning February 19th, again on the 21st and the 23rd, where we want to hear from you before we finalize our budget. What's important, where the priorities are. You know we have to close some gaps, but we also have to be able to fund the big ideas that I promised you, like investing in $100 million every year in affordable housing, like making sure we're using our job training money to actually prepare DC residents for good, sustaining jobs so they can afford to live here in the District of Columbia. So come out, talk about the budget, talk about your fresh ideas, and let's get to work. Thank you very much.
So on behalf of the Mayor's Office of Community Affairs, I want to thank everyone for supporting the Office of African Affairs Fresh Start Open House event. It's been a tremendous success. I've really enjoyed the last several weeks working with Mamadou and Haran in the office and with several of you as constituents for the past 6 weeks. So I look forward to us continuing our work together. And again, thank you so much for coming out tonight. Mamadou.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming. Mamadou Samba and Mayor Bowser, thank you so much for the confidence that you've entrusted in me. And you're right, I am an adopted son of the district. And I am an adopted son of the district. That's because when I was dying to be a public servant, everybody said no to me, and the district said yes. Yeah. So this is why I was very excited to join the district as a Capital City Fellow, and I wanted to recognize Alex Caceres and Paulina, who joined the program with me actually as Capital City Fellows. She got me on that one. I don't have So, and I also wanted to take the time to thank Sharon Hines for her patience and for her support. I've sent her over 10,000 emails the past few weeks, and I think I'm about 2 emails away from her blocking me from her account. So I also want to make the time to thank my staff for putting all of this together to make sure that Mayor Bowser is welcome and you guys are welcome. So starting with Haran. Where is she? She's my deputy director. She's the best deputy director ever. She's right here. I have a couple of interns. I don't know where they are. So there's Marie Job. She's one of the program interns. Abdel Maliki, Tamara Borolet, who had to leave early, and 2 volunteers, Sharif Al Hassan in training, and. They wanted me to make sure to ask you if you guys are hiring because they're looking for jobs. So my vision for my Fresh Start commitment is to build on the best practices and expand the vision and the reach of the Office on African Affairs. Together, I hope we will strive to meet the diverse and growing needs of the African community by improving constituent services, strengthening capacity, and raising the visibility of this office, and also improving customer service, which is one of the things that I care about. My vision also is one that promotes intercultural collaboration and team building between the countries and cultures. I hope to promote a vision that seeks to unite a vision, one that seeks the best in what unites entire African country, rather than the one that divides the community. One that promotes inclusiveness of all backgrounds and ideas, rather than focus on individual countries or cultures in efforts that are often isolated and done in silos. I also hope to expand the reach of this office by reaching out to non-African communities in the district. This is why I made it a point during my first days as a director to reach out to my new BFF, Jackie Reyes. Where is she? She's the director of the Office of Latino Affairs, because I believe that even though we come from different cultures, even though our communities may speak different languages, even though we may have different cultures, and we may even have different tastes in music, right? But I believe that as immigrant communities, we have similar challenges and similar obstacles. And so my team and I welcome the opportunity to collaborate with you and all district government agencies to help improve the city and help Mayor Bowser's great vision. So to demonstrate my commitment to collaboration, I've decided to change my name. Yes. And from now on, I shall be known as Mamadou Ricky Ricardo Samba. And I think my deputy director wanted to change her name to Selma Hayek. I don't know if so having spent some time in this office as a staff member, a member of the Commission on African Affairs, and now the director, I do know one thing that is very clear to me, which is I cannot do this job by myself. I'm sorry to disappoint. I can walk on water, but I just can't do this job. So I will need your help and support. Haran and I will need your help and support. And I hope that you guys will be here for us. So to close out this ceremony, so we decided to launch our Fresh Start effort by launching a new logo. So this is the current logo. And I'm going to need your help. Help me count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Magic.
There you go. I hope you like it. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor Bowden. Thank you very much.
Let's hold this thing.